And focus your mind to this bell sound and follow the sound, please. And let your body to settle down. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. So, dear Dhamma friends, in the beginning, I will give a little introduction. So, what we're going to do here, because nowadays, when it comes to meditation, people practice different meditation techniques and looking for different results. So, the very important thing when it comes to this tranquility and Vipassana meditation, Samatha and Vipassana meditation, tranquility and insight meditation, in the beginning you have to follow certain method. And then slowly what you have to do, once the mind calm down, once the mind come to one point and relax yourself, when your attention become more sharp and clear, slowly you have to come out of the pattern and start to be completely free yourself, and without any ideas, dogmas, believing or following or holding something in your mind, you have to observe. So what we observe? We observe, there are, in Vipassana level, there are 4 foundations. That 4 foundation, that how you can develop the concentration or your sati sampajanna or your clear comprehension with the 4 mental objects. That's it called 4 foundation for the Vipassana. So the one is we observing Kaya Anupassana. That's mean you observe the body. Kaya Anupassana, according to, following. You're not creating anything. You go with it. That's the meaning of Anupassana. There are some different meanings people explain, but for now, because we're not going to go to academical introduction, so for now, just learn to observe your body as it is. That is one method. And other one is called Vedananupassana. Vedananupassana means contemplating the feelings. And when it comes to contemplating feelings, Anupassana, you follow that, you go according to that without creating or making. So as example, you feel and your shoulder pain. So then Anupassana means without moving your shoulder, without doing anything, without hoping anything, you just observe this sensation. But in case you make it more relaxed and comfortable, and then according to that comfort, and you try to stay with that comfort, observing it, not the Anupassana. It is not the real observation, because that you didn't observe, you didn't accept what really happened there. So like that, Anupassana means you observe according to whatever it is and how it is come to be as it is. So, and the other one is the Chittanupassana. So you observe the condition of the mind and how the thought arising, disappearing, without interfering to your thoughts or without kind of like maintaining thoughts yourself as you wish. Another one is the Dhammanupassana. Dhammanupassana means the contemplating the very nature of this, the body. And sometimes you can observe the very nature of this outside environment, and also, but when it comes to your body, without your bodily action, without your uh, bodily postures, without sensation or without thoughts, there are natural process in this body. So as example, aging is a natural process, and digesting system, it is a natural process. So like that, deeply, when the mind become more relaxed and calm, there are more different methods that, as you know, we have uh, different system in your blood circular system, nerve system, so respiratory system. So like that, there are different system arise in according to the very own nature. So observing that, so those are the four foundations. So little by little, when you develop that four foundation stronger, your awareness going to become more clear. The clarity going to become more stronger. When your mind have that clarity inside you, what is happening, your eye, ear, nose, tongue, body and mind become very clear. When the eye become clear means your eye consciousness, your ear consciousness, nose consciousness, tongue consciousness, body consciousness, mind consciousness become very clear. When that clarity arises, what is happening, this whatever the perception come to you, whatever the contacts happening, in that very moment recognition arise. So just imagine yourself with your eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, mind, just by contact with this outside, in that very moment, if the awareness arise without thoughts, how about that? So that is where you really can recognize how things come to be as they are. Otherwise, if you use the thoughts to think, or if you use the thoughts to maintain your meditation, it's something else. People do that way, then maybe you can get into tranquility state in a different ways, but it is not what we trying to explain here. We trying to take you to a level, be very clear with that. And this is not a kind of like that the teaching trying to make you uh, a person as the way we want. It is not the teachings trying to make you to get into another religious method. This is not a teaching kind of like trying to make you Buddhist, or this is not the teaching trying to make you kind of like to take you to the monastic lifestyle, or this is not a teaching kind of like to take you to kind of dogmas or the believings. This is a method. That's why you have to be very clear, because nowadays this meditation subject is very complicated. It's getting more complicated. So you have to be very clear with the techniques that we're going to teach here. In the beginning, we use tranquility meditation and some get into tranquility state. For that, you have to follow certain protocols. So then after that, in Vipassana, what it does, it allows you to become free from all the methods, patterns, believings, and it allows your mind to completely function to the highest with the maximum freedom, that according to its own capacity. It's not any thoughts involving with your experience. That is where you experience yourself. What is this? Once you able to have that experience, that if you able to experience something yourself to the highest, you no need any teachings, because that experience itself awake you. That experience itself teach you what this is. There is nothing that somebody else in the as a third party person, or the teaching or the method need to come to you and explain anything. So in the Vipassana level, that is where it is nothing to do with any religion. It is nothing to do with the Buddhism, or it is nothing to do with any kind of methods or the pattern. It's trying to be very clear. It's trying to make you completely, it's trying to make you completely free from all the thought patterns, all the believing. And just anybody can experience it for a moment. It doesn't matter. It's not going to harm to whatever you believe. So you can practice yourself and experience it yourself and see it, because that is what your real life. Otherwise, mostly we are second-hand people. We are someone else ideas. We are someone else believing. So why you want to live as a second-hand person? Why you don't find your original experience, original truth, original real being? So that is where we're trying to go. So with that, so in the beginning, for this, to develop this foundation, we get our mental object as a mental object, our breathing. So we focus to our inhalation, exhalation in front of the nose and upper lip area, not anywhere else. People follow different methods. Just keep that everything for this moment. Just get into in front of your nose and your upper lip area. Or some people may be little bit inside the nostril. They feel inhalation, exhalation. So from there, another thing is the posture sometimes, because we need to recognize the sensation. So sometimes if you become too much forward, bend forward or backward, maybe you cannot get the sensation. Or maybe your head, if it's too low and chin too high, that way also you cannot get this. So then in the beginning, take some time, especially the newcomers, take some time, try to adjust your posture, and little by little yourself try to do a little experiment and recognize, oh, this is the place I feel more clearly my sensation. That stay there. If doesn't work, and then again try yourself. So like that, do little experiment yourself. Be completely free. So that way you experience something. And with that, once you get into the sensation, what you have to do, don't try to hold your breath. Don't try to count yourself. Don't try to maintain inhalation, exhalation. No, just allow it completely happen itself. Just completely be neutral and be aware regarding the sensation. When the inhalation happens, recognize it as an inhalation through the sensation. And when the exhalation happens, recognize it as exhalation through the sensation. So that way, start to follow the sensation. So little by little, you no need to create something in your head. So just follow. That is the first step. And then after that, if you feel more relaxed, comfortable, and if your mind become more sharp, clear, observe the entire continuation of your inhalation, exhalation. Another way, it called breath body. One inhalation or exhalation from beginning to end. Completely you observe. So that way mind become more sharp and settle down. So the third step, some inhalation, exhalation become longer, shorter, heavy, soft, warm, cold. Like each and every inhalation, exhalation has a different character. Just try to observe, accept it. So don't try to maintain the inhalation, exhale. Don't try to regulate it. Just accept whatever happen, accept it. And that way, keep observing little by little will take you deep, little bit more deeper. And then sometimes you feel more relaxed, comfortable, joy. So don't go with it. Stay with the inhalation, exhalation. Knowingly, it is okay, but our purpose is not stuck with the experience. And then sometimes your mind start to come with different thoughts, but don't go with the thought, stay with the inhalation, exhalation. Then after that, what you have to do, if you are a little bit familiar, or if you keep doing little by little, maybe in the beginning you cannot do this, but to know yourself, just I explain, and you no need to do exactly the way like this. You are, once you start practice, you free it yourself. So after that, once you come to a certain level, forget about inhalation or exhalation or long or short or that heavy or so just get into only the sensation. It doesn't matter inhalation or exhalation, just get into the sensation and start to observe sensation in that very moment. Don't keep a gap. It's like somebody watching from outside this inhalation. No, just because you slowly get into it, go into it and experience yourself, because the sensation itself and the reflection of your mind. Feelings is not happening from outside. The feelings arise with the help of your inside, and see the connection. And then you will see how these things arising and existing, it's your own very being itself. Once you come to that level, and little by little you will see how to go deeper, and we can discuss in the future if you join with us. So with that introduction, now we're going to do our meditation. So keep relax your body, your right palm on your left, and neck head straight in one line, and be comfortable with your posture.